And you wouldn't believe who got in on all the fun for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Spirited reliever Archie Bradley hit a stunning triple in the 7th inning, driving in 2 runs with one of 4 3-baggers by Arizona that sent the Diamondbacks past the Colorado Rockies 11-8 in the National League Wild Card game Wednesday night, Thursday, Manila time. Paul Goldschmidt launched an early 3-run homer, and the Diamondbacks built a 6-0 lead before ace Zack Greinke faltered. Colorado climbed back into it and cut it to 8-7 when Nolan Arenado and Trevor Story hit back-to-back homers in the 8th off Bradley, perhaps exhausted from hustling around the bases and shouting in excitement to giddy teammates. But then A.J. Pollock knocked in 2 runs with Arizona's 4th triple, this one off closer Greg Holland, as the Diamondbacks scored 3 times in their half of the 8th to finally put away a wild game. "That's one of the best games I've ever been a part of, if not the best," Goldschmidt said. Arizona moved on to a best-of-5 division series against the NL West champion Dodgers, a team the Diamondbacks beat the last 6 times they played. Game 1 is Friday night in Los Angeles. "It's what we've done the whole year, we respond," Bradley said. "This group is special, and I'm just happy to be moving on." Arizona became the first team with 4 triples in a postseason game since the Boston Americans, now Red Sox, twice hit 5 during the first World Series back in 1903 against Pittsburgh. It was that kind of crazy night in the desert as the 2 NL West foes slugged it out. Daniel Descalso also homered for the Diamondbacks, and Ketel Marte tripled twice. "We know how tough these guys are. We play 'em all the time," Goldschmidt said. "Every time we scored, we just said, we've got to get more, we've got to get more." Bradley, a spirited setup man who was recruited to play quarterback at Oklahoma, went 1 for 4 at the plate this season to raise his career batting average to .098. With 2 outs in the 7th, he drove a 3-1 pitch from Pat Neshek to deep left center to give Arizona an 8-5 cushion. It was his first extra base in the majors and the first triple by a reliever in postseason history. Already a fan favorite for his bushy beard and high-energy work in the late innings, Bradley regrouped from the 2 solo homers he gave up to get the final 2 outs of the 8th with the Diamondbacks clinging to a 1-run lead. Fernando Rodney allowed a run in the 9th before closing it out as Arizona won in its first playoff game since 2011. Jake Lamb tied a Diamondbacks postseason record with 4 hits, all singles, and scored 3 times. Jonathan Lucroy doubled twice, scored 2 runs, and drove in 1 for the Rockies in their first playoff appearance since 2009. Marte, who came to Arizona with pitcher Taijuan Walker from Seattle for Jean Segura in an off-season deal, became the first player to triple twice in a postseason game since Mariano Duncan did it for Philadelphia against Atlanta in the 1993 NL Championship Series. The home team won for just the second time in the 6 NL wildcard games since the one-game format was adopted in 2012. The hosts hadn't even scored in the last 3, but the Diamondbacks ended that before their first out. Goldschmidt, in an 0-for-17 slump to end the regular season, hit the first pitch he saw from ineffective starter Jon Gray into the left field seats for a 3-run shot. Greinke blanked the Rockies on one hit through 3 innings, but never made it to the 4th. Colorado, known for its power at the plate, got back into it with small ball, 5 hits, 4 of them singles. Lucroy's 2-out RBI double followed by pinch hitter Alexi Amarista's run-scoring single made it 6-4, and Greinke was finished. He allowed 4 runs and 6 hits in 4 2/3 innings. Left-hander Robbie Ray, a 15-game winner during the regular season, came on for his first relief appearance in 3 years and threw 2 shutout innings before giving up a leadoff double to Lucroy just below the home run line and straightaway center in the 7th. Lucroy went to third on a wild pitch before Ray found Ian Desmond. Arizona manager Torey Lovullo replaced Ray with another lefty, ex-Rockies pitcher Jorge De La Rosa, to face NL batting champion Charlie Blackmon, who put down a bunt that brought Lucroy home and cut the lead 6-5. The 25-year-old Gray was 4-0 with a 2.11 ERA in his previous 5 starts, but the Diamondbacks were up 3-0 on him before a good share of the 48,803 in the stands settled into their seats. He lasted just 1 1/3 innings. David Peralta led off with the first of his 3 singles and Marte followed with another. That brought up Goldschmidt, who was 0-for-11 with 5 strikeouts against Gray. The first pitch was a hanging curve and Goldschmidt waited on it, then sent it sailing into the stands. The previous pitcher to hit a postseason triple was Dontrelle Willis for the Marlins in 2003. There was a moment of silence for victims of the Las Vegas shooting, and a photo was shown on the big screen of one of them, Cristiana Duarte, a University of Arizona graduate and former member of the Diamondbacks front office. Rockies, they'll be right back in Arizona to open the 2018 season on March 29. Diamondbacks, the Dodgers had the best record in baseball at 104-58, but went 8-11 against Arizona